morning, my friends. I hope you all had a fun and productive weekend. Well, this video is definitely a feel-good video for you. Moosey and I went over to our daughter's house, Debbie, on Sunday for what she called her Christmas Palooza with her grandchildren. And boy, was it ever a palooza, whatever that means. We had the most wonderful day. Moosey and I were in full costume. And at the end of this video, and our little outro, Moosey is going to join me to just tell you how much being there as observers and at sometimes joining in the silly fun was so special, and it rivals with all those wonderful things we did all our lives that we don't do now, all the travels and all the countries we'd been to and all the fun and games. This was quite a day, definitely a day to remember in our hearts, and we wanted to share it with you. So what I've done is I've taken so many videos and clips of the day from the time we started until the end of the day, and the interactions of the children and Debbie's children, the parents of these little guys. They're all little guys too. And something special happened that day, something that we were not expecting, and it just added to the fun. So I have this, well, it's about 5 or 6 minutes, and I hope you'll enjoy every minute, from the endearing moments to the very comical moments to the things that went wrong. And of course, with little tiny children, you can imagine the little snafus here and there in the day. But I wanted to share this with you. And please enjoy the full, it's just done to a lovely Christmas song, a bright and cheery song. And we came home just with our hearts so full, and we went to bed just dreaming of the day. So enjoy this little clip, and then stay for the outro when Moosey and I will sit here, and Moosey will tell you a little bit about what the day meant to him. Remember what I'm saying. Christmas cheer is all about the little things. And those of you who are in the same age brackets as Moosey and I are, we know that now, don't we? And those of you who are younger and still raising children, there are some wise words that do come from those of us who have been around a long time, have learned a lot. So enjoy, and we'll see you a little bit later. By the way, Patrick is still on the loose, so keep those eyes peeled for our little elf on the shelf.
Hello, everyone. How are you?
Oh, Santa! Merry Christmas!
There's Stella. Hi, Stella. How are you? Jackson over here. McKinley. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, except where he's a little yellow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and he smoked it. Happy Christmas to all, and to all.
Oh, she was having fun.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna put all these in the water to soak. All right, so I think we're moving on to hot chocolate.
You having fun over there, Moose, having your candy cane? Chocolate bombs coming up.
Careful, okay?
Does he wants his own? Do you want one too?
That's the man testing.
Okay. Let's see if it pop. It did pop. Yeah. Okay. Now let it just roll it around very carefully. Where's?
I don't want to eat it.
You don't want to drink it?
Okay.
Let me try.
Where's his stirrer?
I'll do it again.
Okay. Here you go, Jimbo. Just stir it around
God.
very carefully.
It's raw chocolate on the bottom. Look at this chocolate, guys.
Don't break it.
Look at it.
Hold on, buddy.
You
What?
want to try it?
Ooh.
Just give it a lick. It's delicious.
Oh.
Oh.
Exploded.
Oh, wait.
Bye, Santa.
Santa. Why, thank you. Thank you for stopping by.
We'll see you later.
So I wanted to share with you the story of the Amaryllis bulbs, which I will come a little closer. Now mine, I have this bulb at the top. If you can see, it's not quite ready. Now our cottage is a bit on the dark side, and the past couple of days we haven't had sunshine. Today it even sprinkled this morning. So this is lacking sunlight, which is what these need to grow. Not direct sun, but sunlight. And I went up to Colleen's because she sent me a picture last night of this wonderful bloom that had 4 flowers on it. However, that was the one that was in dirt. But the other one that she has, that she bought the same day as this one, has 2 big stalks on it. Mine only has 1. I thought there was another one coming, but it's not. Now this has grown maybe another inch since the last time I saw it, but not enough to compete in this contest. Colleen's has 2 stalks, and she sent me the video that I took up there to show you the difference of what can happen. So get yourself a bulb, an Amaryllis, maybe some paper whites, and give yourself some joy by watching the growth every day, and they will bloom before Christmas. Okay, here are the blooms. I'm up at Colleen's house. This is the one with all these flowers on it, 4 I believe, and that's the one that's growing in dirt. And this is the one that is her wax, which is a tiny one just starting, but it has 2 blooms on it. This is the one that she bought at the same time that she bought mine, which is the one behind it, you see over there. And that's mine. I brought up to compare. And I just want to show you, Colleen has 2 buds, one has flowered. And I just can't believe this. This is the way it goes. So get your amaryllis going. Well, what did you think? Did you enjoy it as much as we did? I hope so. And how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. It's kind of early, but I'm okay.
Good.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to get all my things done today because I do have to go out and do a few things. Have to do some food shopping. And put your heading in this way. There. I have some things to do. And we got to get going here. Christmas is coming. The goose is getting fat. So.
Are we talking about the party?
Yes, we are. I digress.
A little bit. The vest rabbit hole and a few other
That's
things.
okay. That's what I do, right? Yeah. I'm trying to stand here. If I sit, I'll be way down here. Oh, my legs are hard bending, but I'll just try and stand up. Okay. So, what a time we had, right?
Yeah.
What were your highlights?
Well, when I came home yesterday, I sort of realized that my world is kind of upside down a little bit.
Sort of narrowed, not upside down.
Well, let me tell you why I say that. At a big party, or any kind of a party where the family is there 30, 40 years ago, I'd be talking with the guys about the stock market and what kind of health coverage do you have.
Boring.
And, well, that's what I talked about. That's what the guys talked about. And the children were there, you know, the kids that are teenagers or grown up now, they were there. Now, the way it works out, the guys are talking about COVID and all that nonsense and who's going to run for president. And I am following the kids around, the little ones.
Right, right.
So they're doing painting and I'm just looking. I'm not adding anything or taking anything away, I'm just watching it. And that's what I mean by upside down. I'm no longer interested in what kind of health insurance you have, as I might have been 40 years ago. I'm more interested in what the little ones are doing.
Right.
I adore them.
Well, we
And
knew
I
that.
adore you.
Well, thank you, and I adore you too. Well, we knew we were going to be flies on the wall. What we wanted to do more than anything, because Debbie had planned this wonderful day of all kinds of activities. That wonderful Santa. He was
It was a good one.
He was fabulous. First of all, he was a giant. Wasn't he the most wonderful Santa?
Oh.
We had no idea that he knew that Debbie was planning this party and that he would knock on the door and just surprise us. I think everyone was enthralled with him. He was funny. He was outlandish. His humor was, what would you call his humor? It was a little above the level of the children that appealed to all the rest of...
Well, mid-afternoon, he was not in a ho-ho-ho mood because he wasn't being pressed yet. He'll be pressed on Christmas Eve when he has to make all those stops. And he was going on about them. But you could tell that he's looking forward to it, and he'll be ho-hoing then.
Oh, yeah. He's a busy Santa right now, let me tell you. But I guess my favorite moments.
What?
And I have to talk about little Jimbo, that little blonde-headed.
Yeah.
What's he? 3 now? 2 or 3? Probably 3.
Yeah.
I can't get the ages straight with all of them.
Yeah.
But from the moment the day started, of course, his attention was more on cookies and candy and running around. But when Santa was reading the night before Christmas, that little, thank heavens I took that movie, because his squirming on that chair when he kept moving and almost fell off, and then was sort of a bit distracting not the other children. Little McKinley was staring at Santa. You have to look at her face with her little animal in her lap. And I think Jackson, the older brother, was sort of enjoying the antics of Jimbo. But at one point, of course, we were all sitting around in the back listening. And at one point, someone, probably we were all laughing a little bit. And little Jimbo turned around and he went, shh, as if we were the ones disturbing the story.
Those 3 guys, Jimbo and McKinley and Jackson, those 3 kids they're separated by about 3 or 4 years. They're joined at the hip.
They are.
They love each other and they attend to each other. And you see a couple places in the movie where McKinley's watching Jimbo or vice versa. They're a beautiful family.
It was cute.
Love
And
them.
then Molly's little gal, Kelly, who is not even 2 yet. She's about 22, 23 months old. She had a little trouble with Santa, but haven't we all got those
standard.
Pictures? Standard
Santas
pictures.
understand that.
Yeah. And he was cute with that too. But little Kelly just sort of wandered around driving her little car around here and there. And I did get some cute moments of her. And then Stella, of course, Stella was older and thoroughly enjoyed everything. She loved the crafting, the painting. She loved the chocolate bombs and the hot cocoa. Now that was a funny moment too. And who do you think was the star of that show?
Jimbo.
Jimbo.
But the thing about Stella, I got to know her a little better. She 10 or 11? She's going to be 11 or 12 in January.
I think, yeah.
But
yeah.
I asked her, are you married? Do you have any children? And so I was trying to get to know her a little bit, but she didn't answer me.
Doing the typical Moosey stuff, huh?
Yeah, I got to get them laughing.
Yeah. Well, Debbie she was such a wonderful mother and still is. She has 5 children. And everything she plans is done so beautifully, and she enjoys every moment. Debbie had hip replacement just a couple of months ago, and thank God she's doing beautifully. And Barry is just wonderful about planning and going through this. He just had a shoulder operation a week ago too. So the resilience of youth, right? Well, they're not exactly that young, but boy, it was a great day. But back to that Santa. I had my fun with him.
Well, that was one of the high points for me, to see you jitterbugging with the guy.
Well, he responded so well. I was trying to get some photos. The other kids were taking pictures. Sometimes the videographer doesn't get in any of the pictures, and but all the other kids were taking pictures and videos. And I was trying to get Santa to get a photo that looked like maybe he was holding me up, but I couldn't get my leg high enough for him to grab, and we started howling at that. But did you notice the expressions on his face every once in a while? He went along with that whole thing.
Yeah, the other one was where he and Barry are back to back.
Yes.
And Barry's looking at it like a Grinch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Another
Santa went along with that too.
Another favorite moment is the ending, where Jackson and McKinley, who are old enough to be enthralled with the magic of Christmas and Santa Claus, when it was time for Santa to leave, they followed him through the house. I think they were expecting to see him hop on his sled, or the reindeer parked outside, or what. I would love to have known what was going through their minds at that moment. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, it was almost nostalgic to
It
see
was.
them waving to him as he walked down the driveway looking.
Yeah.
I think his sled was double parked, but I'm not sure.
It might have been. It might have been.
Getting a
And
ticket.
I wonder if he left any food for the reindeer while they were standing around.
No say.
Anyway, it was fun.
Ah,
And thank you for going along with it.
I
And,
want to go to the next one, only if there's kids.
yeah, I know. Well, there will be.
Christmas Eve we have a big one.
We do.
They'll be having the glass out there. I may have a glass too, and they'll all be talking about what the Dodgers did, and I'm going to be in with the kids.
Yeah. He's speaking of our Christmas Eve day traditional. We've done it for 30 years. Debbie is also having it at her house, as as she always does. Excuse me. But this year we have probably, I think Dub said we're expecting 60, and it's just our children, all the spouses, our grandchildren and their spouses, and all our great-grandchildren. We're hoping Molly doesn't have the baby. Wasn't that a cute picture, by the way, of Santa listening to the baby in Molly's tummy? I thought, in case you wondered what that one was all about, Molly is about ready to have her second baby. And she probably has about 3 weeks to go. And
Yeah.
Santa had his ear on Molly's tummy. I mean, he thought of that. What a great,
Yeah.
unique Santa, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But anyway, back to Debbie's party. We all arrive about 10 in the morning on Christmas Eve.
Whoa.
What?
God, you're not going to stop in the beginning and go through the whole thing.
No, I won't.
We've already done that.
Okay, yeah, I did that. But one of the exciting parts of the party coming up on Christmas Eve day is that my brother Tommy and his great wife Mosey are coming out for 5 days, and they'll be here. They'll be staying at their son Brian's house, and excuse me, I still have that morning frog. And also their daughter Sheila, who recently married Tim. I think I showed you a little bit of that wedding back in New Jersey. They're coming too.
Yep. East Coast, West Coast Christmas party.
Yeah.
It's going to be
it's
fun.
going to be great. So, continue keeping your spirits up.
Yeah.
And I love you all. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for sharing. And
Don't forget to smash that button like I said.
you know what we mean.
Yeah.
Love you guys. And God bless us all.